Greetings everyone, my name is Mifta Aulia and my student number is 169. Here I would like to present my analysis titled Mirroring Indian Society, Gender Bias and Patriarchy Caught in Indian Advertisement. This presentation would be start with the introduction and then we go next with the discussion, which divide into three parts: women objectification and man's domination, gender-based color preferences, traditional femininity, and then we go through a conclusion. And the last part is me showing you the references I use for this analysis. So a blog named feminisminIndia.com has currently discussed why today's advertisement continue to be problematic. The topic of the discussion was circulated around the position of women put in ads, especially in Indian advertisement. In correspondence to the issue brought by feminisminIndia.com, this analysis was conducted with the aim to further identify the gender roles in India through the portrayal of gender in Indian advertisement using the concept of gender studies with the help of semiotics approach. And this analysis was based on 4 chosen advertisements originated in India from Ford India, Kinder Joy, Max Pro, and a sewing machine brand named Usha. For the discussion, we firstly discussed about the women objectification and man's domination. The representation of gender in advertisement could reinforce a limited set of representation of women, such as women as passive object, as an object of desire. While across many of the ads produced in India, men were placed in elevated position of masculine power compared to women, and goals that were often depicted as submissive and passive agents. It is men that drive the action of a particular scene. In literal meaning, it is men that drive the car. An advertisement created by Ford India has dubbed as controversial by several feminists, such as once run the blog named feminisminIndia.com. The printed ads produced by the marketing team of Ford featured 3 bound women in the back of Ford Figo compact car, driven by a caricature of Silvio Berlusconi, a successful Italian billionaire, with a remark that says, "Leave your worries behind the Figo's extra-large boot." The visuals of the 3 women are obviously too appealing. Considering the visuals of the 3 bound females, women here are portrayed as something to gaze upon as well as passive and submissive, an object of desire. This is a common practice of representing women in advertisement that, in consequence, project and reinforce gender hierarchies between men and women in India. The tight women featured in the advertisement also promoted the idea of dominance and submissivity binary between men and women, as the man was able and strong enough to tame the women by tying them with rope. This occurrence could be thought of as a portrayal of male dominance, and thus, if the production of the advertisement could act as a mirror of society and its culture, as Cajun and Nelson suggested, this analysis believes that Indian culture placed the highest value on wealth, assertiveness, and achievement, supporting the masculine culture where men are portrayed as strong and dominant, and it determines the role of men as dominant and women as passive and submissive object. And now we would go with the gender-based color preferences. Passos and Harjala in 2022 states that colors have great power because of the association society makes with them, as well as how they become part of a brand's logo or image. In the Indian advertisement of Kinder Joy, a chocolate product which is famous among children, they show 2 types of Kinder Joy packages in different colors, pink and blue. The ads show a pink Kinder Joy bundle in the hands of a girl and blue for boys, And furthermore, inside the bundles are gifts in the form of toys. The gifts that are inside the pink bundle for girls generally include dolls, rings, kitchen and fashion-related kits, while the gifts opened by the boy are toys like cars, superheroes figures, robots, and etc. etc. This advertisement implied that boys should like the color blue, as it is not considered as girly. Looking through the gifts that are meant to be enjoyed by the boy, such as a car, it represents that men are entitled to be free and drive around. From the superheroes figures and robots, it can be implied that men are strong and powerful as well as tactical in their movements in daily life. Another advertisement that conveys a message of gender stereotypes in India is an ad produced by Mask brand based in Midnapur, India. It can be seen in the advertisement that the most prominent thing aside from the price is the visual images of two people wearing the mask. The male wears black and the female wears a pink mask. Again, color in advertising plays an important role in engaging its targeted audience. Through the analysis of coded and non-coded iconic messages, this analysis argues that the color differences is because of the sex of each person. The color of the mask brings a message in common ways because pink symbolizes women in general. Also, the black mask symbolizes the color of men. It is implied that the origin of the ad, India still sought the choice of color for the production of their advertisement based on the sexes, with the stereotypes that pink is girly, soft, and feminine, and not a color for boys, and black is not for girls because it looks tough and masculine. This notion of girly and manly again reflects Indian culture where men and boys should always choose something that best represents their identity as a male, while women are supposed to enjoy femininity as they are expected to be tender. Thus, this analysis identified that through gender-based color preferences, the role of men in India must be the primary earners, as they are tough and ambitious like superheroes who strive for success and achievement, while women assign the role of family caretaker as they are tender and soft. Another problem with Indian advertisement is the idea of traditional femininity. In the matter of gender, we might think of the stereotypes that women are more emotional than rational, which contributes to the idea that women are subordinated to men. In this printed ad, produced by Indian sewing machine brand Usha, a thick sense of traditional women's stereotypes were conveyed. The slogan, "Train her to be an ideal housewife," printed in red was a major evidence of an Indian conservative culture, as it gives a linguistic message on what women should do and to be, as their only future is to be a housewife, as red color used in advertising to create an urgency. Through the female portrayal, a mother taught her daughter how to sew. The commercial gave out a set of representations of women, such as woman is caretaker, women do the cleaning, and women always stay at home. The smiling figures, as we can see here, are representation of the perfect traditional feminine woman confined to a domestic sphere, doing household chores in a cheerful manner. Furthermore, the ability to sew is seen as a must-have feminine trait for Indian women to become a good housewife, and this femininity is what helps her find happiness, as the traditional feminine qualities are rewarded with marriage. In conclusion, based on the results of this analysis regarding the reflected gender roles of Indian men and women through the portrayals of them in advertising, I found that India still holds to the masculine culture in which the traditional gender roles occur. The traditional patriarchal values still clouded Indian women, where their designated future is to be a good housewife, doing household chores, and always obligated to obey their male counterparts. And here are the references I used to help me to analyze this issue. And that will be all from me. Thank you.